watched this week, Crystal? What was your choice?
I Am a Killer.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. But
Season 1.
season 1 on Netflix.
That was your choice.
Yes.
So, what did you think of your choice overall? Did you like season 1?
Yeah.
The I Am a Killer, it starts off each episode saying, since 1976, 8,000 people are sentenced to death. So that's a lot of people that we have on death row.
Yeah, but none of these cases were where the people were innocent.
No, they
That was
admitted.
shocking.
Yeah.
Like they were like, yes, I did it.
Yeah. So let's get into some of the cases. Kenneth Foster, who was I'm gonna just call it joyriding, according to him. He was joyriding, and his passenger got out of the car and ended up murdering another man. And because he was in the car driving, he's considered an accessory, and he got the death penalty. But I don't remember if the passenger got the death penalty. Oh, he did. And he was already dead.
Yeah.
But no one else in the car got in trouble. Yeah, just him. So they try to argue that he planned it, he masterminded it, like it was like there was intent there, criminal intent. And I was kind of, I don't know if there really is criminal intent. And they kind of,
I said at the end, because the dude either flicked him off or said some obscenities, and the driver.
You're gonna let him treat you like that?
You're gonna let him get away with that?
Yeah.
So,
and he said that at the end. He's like, this is not gonna help me, but this is what really happened. And guys say shit. Guys say stuff all the time. And the fact that he said that one thing, like they're just shooting the breeze, and he actually took it to heart. It's just like, I don't know. What did the guy think he was gonna do? Like, just rob him? Because that's probably what they were. That's what they were doing before that happened. So he probably thought, oh, this guy doesn't have anything on him. I'm gonna rob him and be a tough guy. But no, this guy was packing too, and unfortunately he ended up dead. And that's the thing, a lot of them were so young when these things happen, and it's not like, I wasn't grown. Like, I know they say you're grown at 18, but I don't feel like I still am struggling to be an adult. The next case is Justin Dickens. He's the one that was in the jewelry store and ended up shooting the teacher. And I'm sorry, but what he said, I believe, and I do not believe the prosecutor.
I think the prosecutor basically ruined that boy's life. Like, I mean,
he just wanted
the witness
is saying I never said that.
Happened.
Yeah.
So, yes, he should be in prison, but not the death penalty. Yeah. He did not really shoot him.
Yeah.
Like, it was a fluke incident.
Yeah. Well, what happened was, if I'm right, this is the one that was with a group of people that he looked up to, and the person's girlfriend stole the drugs, and he found out, it was cocaine. Found out, they got rid of the evidence. And the guy found out, and he was like, look, you're gonna need to make up my money. And so he implied that there was a mask on the wall. That's how I handle my situations. So I believe that he was scared for his life, and he took what he said to heart, and he just wasn't the smartest cookie going to a jewelry store that was locked.
Yeah, I don't even know why he even...
When he realized what he was doing, he was like, oh, never mind, gotta go. And he couldn't get out of there, So, and I do believe the teacher probably saw his chance to try to get the gun away from him, and that's when it went off. Because they say, oh, he wouldn't have rushed him. He would have talked to him. I was like, yeah, he probably would have tried to get it and then talk him down.
Well, even the witness said that that's how it went down.
Yeah, the prosecutor...
The defendant said.
Yeah.
Their stories
corroborated each other, I think the prosecutor just wanted to have a nice close case and, like, have a win for them, you know? And
That's a shame.
And it is. I'm like, that's not justice there. That's just your ego. The next case was David Lewis. I think that's the one you had a hard time with. He's the one that killed the old lady during. Well, a woman lost her life though just from coming into her house. He was trying to rob her house of the guns and stuff in her house, and his argue was that he has a low IQ. So I'm sorry, but Forrest Gump had a low IQ too, and he knew I'm gonna go back and get my fellow soldiers. Like he knew right from wrong. So he probably got startled, like he said, he got startled and shot her. But I mean, I'll buy that part of his story. But you still shot her. You had intent to rob in her house, and what did you think was gonna happen if someone came home or something? Like you gotta think things through. Like
it was a neighbor. He knew who lived there. He knew it was just her. So if somebody's coming home, newsflash, it would probably be her.
Yeah. So why would you shoot her?
I didn't feel sorry for him. You're that bored, you have to rob a house.
Yeah, like
where do you live?
The next case was DeAndre Buchanan, who this one really hit me hard. I think this was probably my favorite case.
This one was my favorite case.
The whole point he is in prison is because he killed his girlfriend, the mother of his 2 children, his girlfriend, and his aunt, which they call her auntie, and his stepfather. And he claims that it was because he was having a bad trip, paranoia off of some medicine, off of some drugs.
Weed.
Yeah, and like it was laced with something or something.
Yeah.
But I don't really believe that story. Because, like, okay, the cop saying, yeah, he was listening to me, but he was acting kind of odd. And I'm like, okay, well, there's possibility that his drug could have been laced, right? But then when they get into the victim stories, I'm like, okay, well, he's an abuser.
Yeah.
He abused his girlfriend. And I just think that his aunt, something happened down in the house. And that was his moment. He was going to kill her. He was just had enough. He was going to kill her. And his auntie and his stepfather tried to
stop it.
Like, try to settle the situation, and they got in the way, basically. They were collateral. And to the fact where this was happening, and she was basically grabbing up her children and trying to run out the house, and he still shot her. And the cops come up, and the babies. Luckily, the babies are okay. The aunt, you know, she had 3 daughters, and that was their cousin, and then they showed the stepfather's actual daughter. Was it his daughter? Granddaughter. It's hard. It's an extended family, so granddaughter, and it was just like the way they talked about these people. Those like basically they were just collateral damage. They were there and probably tried to soothe the situation, calm him down, and he just wasn't having it. And I did not feel sorry for him because he killed all members of his own family.
Yep, he deserves to be where he's at.
And the last case was Wayne Doty. He's the one that killed his foreman over crystal meth, and he also killed an inmate. Now he wants the death penalty for what he did. For some reason, I'm not remembering that one very well. I know he killed his foreman because his foreman was dealing drugs and he wanted meth.
And he went to take the gun to sell it, barter it. With him, like, here's the gun, give me drugs. And like they said that they hadn't even slept like a whole week.
That alone is gonna be
delusional.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't understand how I shot him, but I knew that I couldn't leave him like that, so I just shot to make sure he was dead.
Yeah. But
that's the one where
why?
the gun was taken from the mom. And the dad told him, William Doty, that the mom died. Remember?
Wayne Doty. His name's Wayne.
Wayne. Sorry.
Oh yes. that's what started it all, is that he thought his mom was dead and then found out, and his father was abusive to his girlfriends.
All the stepmoms.
And he's like, I should have just killed my dad if I was going to, you know, do something. And then he found out his mom was actually alive. That I cannot believe that. Like, I mean, it was back then, so it was harder to find people, but
yeah. But it was very interesting. I mean, all in all, I think the documentary was interesting, but I think they could have put a different perspective on it. Like, I thought it was slow at times.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely had to pay attention because, like, a lot of it was worded on the screen. So you're like, okay, well, what
why is it so quiet?
Also, but I do like the fact that they played portions to certain people during
that part.
So they can explain themselves a little bit better, or
react,
be like, oh, okay, well, I didn't think that person felt that way and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So I like that, especially with the Buchanan one, where his stepfather's granddaughter was like, I think it was planned.
Mm-hmm.
I think he meant to kill her. Mm-hmm. And the other two just got in the way, and he was like, no, like
his colors were showing. His colors were showing. Yeah. It was almost like it was provoking that abusive part of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks for making us watch this horrible show, Crystal.
You're welcome.
I was like, this is so. I know you do. I do too, but it gets very depressing. Like, and it makes me mad sometimes with some of these cases. I'm like, what are we gonna watch next time?
Lock and Key.
Yep. Netflix's Lock and Key. That's what we both decided on. So I said it looked like Narnia. I was like, you don't remember the trailer?
It kind of looked like House on the Hill a little.
Oh no.
Descriptions with like all the extra lock and keys and stuff like that, the secret doors and stuff like that.
No, it's with kids, and I don't think it's like that. I think it was like TV-14, so I think it's like Narnia but on acid. Like they go through these different doors and it's like these different environments and stuff. You chose it. I gave you 4 choices. Do you want to change your choice? Because I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet either, obviously.
The choice in that one?
No.
So should we just stay with Lock and Key?
We'll just do Lock and Key.
Can you look a little bit more upbeat? You are on camera. We'll do Lock and Key.
We'll do Lock and Key.
Yay! So, bye.
Bye.
He smiles, but really he's evil.
I guess I have to watch that again.
Oh Lord, okay.
Sorry, with the pawn shop pawn shop one with the.
It's not a pawn shop. It's a jewelry store.
It's a pawn shop.
It was a jewelry store.
It was a pawn shop.
It was a jewelry store.
No, it wasn't. It was a pawn shop.
It was a pawn jewelry store.
Yeah, they sold jewelry in there.